everybody, and welcome to the Afrobeats panels, the show that brings you the most important discussions from the most influential people in the industry. I'm Sakina B. Starting from my right, we're going to introduce ourselves. Take it away.
Hi, my name is Junior Adeosun, aka King's Maid, aka Babanla, aka Sold Out Concept Promoters. Yes, I run a business called Smade, and we do a lot of club gigs and concerts in the UK.
Hi, my name is Tunde Babala from Phoenix Global Media. We are a media marketing company and also a production company as well, with our focus and our work based solely focused on the Afro-Caribbean community in the UK and around the world.
Cool. I'm Kofi, I'm a DJ, Fonts, A&R artist manager and a promoter.
I'm May7, artist, better known as an artist, but I work behind the scenes as a promoter, presenter, producer, and a marketer. So I market music, I market artists, and I own a record label as well, M7 Music Production.
Fabulous. The first question I want to know, the first question I'm going to throw out there, what is Afrobeats? I'm just going to throw it out there. What is Afrobeats? We're talking about the Afrobeats panel, and everybody has their own definition of Afrobeats, what it is, when it started, who it came from, where it created from. My peoples, what is Afrobeats?
Who wants to go for it?
Shout me down, wait for
We've been talking about this for a while,
Ladies first, ladies first.
I mean, you're the guy who's responsible, the crew that were responsible for this thing is, Black Knights. Some of the youngsters may not remember them, but they were very influential, and they pioneered a movement. And that movement at some stage needed a name. Some people calling it Niger Beats. The artists that were bringing from Nigeria, the two faces of this world, they'd never really been here before. When they did arrive, after a few years, let's call it the corporate world needed something, a clearly defined genre. Where it came from, I don't know, I can't say for sure, but eventually Afrobeats was born in the UK. It started right here, then it obviously transferred over to Nigeria. But
so we're saying Afrobeats is it's Afro as in African?
Yes, it's African. I mean, it started as Niger thing, because the hip life thing was going on.
Okay. I just have to break that down. Hold on a minute. me and Kofi are the only Ghanaians here, so we have to represent.
Saying it as it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let everyone have Nigerians are not claiming hip life.
Okay.
hip life.
Hip life and high life as well.
Okay. So it's Afrobeats a West African thing? Is it an African thing? Is it a British thing?
I guess again, the definition means so many things to so many people. But I think you can't talk about Afrobeats, the word as we know it now in the UK, without also maybe talking about Afrobeats from Fela, as far as not necessarily in terms of musicality, but in terms of where the origin of the name comes from, in terms of Afrocentricness and all that kind of stuff. So for me, I would say Afrobeats, was a term that was coined in the UK, that was supposed to just make it easier for everybody to just label the genre and make it easy for everybody to discuss the genre and enjoy the genre.
We've established Afrobeats is a UK movement of Afrobeat genre music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's that Afro pop kind of music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And it's titled for the British culture.
It was titled
for the UK culture.
It was for the UK, but we want it to expand beyond the UK shores, and it is. In America now,
So yes, has it gone over to that side of the world?
It hasn't crossed over massively, but the sound has. So
all the American artists want to listen to Afrobeats.
They want to listen to Afrobeats.
Sure.
They want the sound.
They're influenced by it. They're borrowing sounds. If you listen to J-Lo's latest single,
we all still have a lot of work to do.
But what is that? What does that work look like? What is it?
Well, I
for the artists, the promoters, people around this table, what is that work?
I think why the genre hasn't really grown exponentially in the UK that she should, like maybe when Funky House came to life, was because there's not enough artists doing it at the same time. So when Funky House was going on, there wasn't just one hit Funky House song. We had like five big songs at the same time. We don't have that in the UK.
A lot is to do with actually working with each other though. Because even if you look at like Mr. Easy, he was very smart in what he was doing, and he was watching his analytics. So he's aware of where people are listening to his stuff. So when he comes to London, he's aware that it's popping over there. So he knows that, okay, cool, if I'm able to work with somebody in London and actually infiltrate London properly, it's gonna go that way. And it did, do you know what I mean? And have working with likes of Jules and UG and actually properly like embedding himself into the UK home, like going to Beats, going to Capital, going to One Extra, just actually embedding them and understanding
that's a missing
And that's what you say.
I think that's very key
Yes.
because you know when these artists come here, it takes a lot to drag them out for interviews.
To interview.
I mean, we have artists that are supposed to be in BBC One, Focus on Africa, missing out on interviews.
Why is that though? Why?
They don't respect.
Why?
They don't
Why?
respect.
Is it because they haven't been
Knowledge.
educated, or should I say, the knowledge to know that these things are important to their
Even with the knowledge, they don't respect. It's not because a lot of them do know. They'll get schooled and spoken to by other promoters and PR companies before they come out here. But they just, as they disrespect in back home, they do the same thing here. They show up 4 hours late for interviews and things like that. So
general, let's go and push this thing.
I think we have all the right infrastructures and the right platforms to make it bigger than it is. But I think, like they said, the artists don't understand what's needed to be done. We will say to them over and over again, but it's not penetrating.
But
It's down to having a good level.
But to be honest with you, a lot is down to the artist as well. You said something as well about Mr. Easy. Now, going back, when Wizkid first came here, we were the ones that first brought him over in 2011. One thing Wizkid, I have to give it to him because he is one artist I know that he knew where he wanted to be from the beginning. As far I had my first contact with Wizkid in 2011 when he first came here in 2011, March 2011.
The Afrobeats Festival.
He knew where he wanted to be. He knew that part of his growth was also affiliation with UK artists, making friends here, and he almost made UK his second home. There was times he would come to the UK without even having shows, recording songs and stuff like that, and those are the things that are paying off. You can see that with his friendship with Skepta and everybody else in the industry, Do Me, Tiny and everything like that, is something that he's grown over a period. And Mr. Easy taking some, not a lot of artists understand that. You understand what I'm saying?
I do feel like to bring it above water, you need to work with the artists that are pushing the sound within the UK. Because there's a big handful of artists that are really
they're just not
pushing the
visible. I
sound.
don't see them. To be honest with you, there's one guy that just visible.
Okay, you say they're not visible. You say they are.
They are. This is what I'm saying. Where
Mention five.
Mr. Silva, Jay Holland.
When was the last time,
Molo,
for me, personally, Mr. Fizda, the last time I heard a good song from Mr. In my opinion, was Boom Boom Ta. That's my personal opinion. He's a fantastic artist. I like his look. I like his image. He's amazing. But something that has actually affected the culture in the right way. The last time I heard anything amazing from him, from Apple, is Boom Boom Ta.
And now that Boom Boom Ta period, it was a movement. Everybody was working together at that particular time, and the support from the industry, he stuck out like a sore thumb. So he was able to get that. Now, funny enough, I had a meeting at One Extra, and they were mentioning, like, at the time when Stormzy was being playlist, he was the only urban artist to be playlist. I know we're talking about Afrobeats, but let me so I can show you. So him being the only artist there, he was able to stick out like that sore thumb in that gram, and you can see what happens after that. Now, when you put it into perspective now, that spotlight is shared between like 6-7 artists like Dave, Steph London, Malik. That is shared, so that impact isn't as heavy as when Stormzy had that full spotlight to himself. You get me? So I think it's always the activity around the records as well. It's not just
the record.
Like, it's not just a record. It's subliminally. There's a lot more to the record.
To
Do
be
you know
honest
what I mean?
in the UK, I've been in music for long, and from different perspectives, from being the events promoter to being the guy that an artist will come to. I've produced a lot of music videos and stuff, so I get to listen to songs from when they get done from the studio and stuff like that. For me, in the UK, we lack a lot of platforms.
That is the
In terms of radio, once you've gone to One Extra and Capital, that's mainstream done.
That's right.
Baby.
That's it.
That's it, done.
You're right.
That's it, done. The rest you're going to former pirate radios and underground radios. So now check this out. You have a record like Control from Malik Berry. I'm using that as an example because that's an example I see. I know that there's a lot of push that goes around it, but what push? There's only so much so limit. He's an independent artist. He's not signed to any label. He's getting pushed. Yes, he might get support from people that he is affiliated with. Maybe Wizkid might post it for him. He's got millions of followers and stuff like that. But the thing is,
of being on
exactly
MTV,
MTV. But when you look at that song as a standalone without promotion and the video, you see when you look at the song, and itself. There's a lot, even when you put it against some grime songs, they don't even stand next to that song. So the quality stands out. Naturally, eventually, organically, people will catch on to good music.
Now, I get you. But even down to Control, where it's positioned and placed is in a lot of places that makes you hear it naturally. Like, if you just leave SoundCloud to play constantly, or leave Spotify, even check different playlists, you're gonna hear it. No matter what, you're going to hear it.
To be honest with you, I don't even listen to Spotify like that. I'm not that kind of guy. But in terms of what I see on social media, his digital footprint on social media, how he's supported when I go to parties or when I go to clubs and I see DJ play, or when I'm at a show and DJs are just playing songs. I was at the video show the other day and Malik's song came on. And I just said to myself, why didn't David have Malik come and support him? Because the screen, it was mad.
But even that, he's big enough to do his own show.
No. I'm just saying that he's big enough to do the show, but you can't. He's not. You can always support David. You can always support Wizkid.
This is also part of it. He's big enough to do his own show. Is he a good performer?
Exactly.
You can make good music.
Exactly.
But I think with time, because it's still new.
It is.
No. But for what to be honest, if what Malik has, we're not talking about Malik anyway. But what he has achieved, don't forget this guy was a producer, and he made a switch from not just. He wasn't a former artist. He made a switch from being a producer to an artist, and he's doing what he's doing now, defining his own sound. You actually know that's a sound.
This is someone that's created artists.
What you're talking about is a very poignant point. Sorry, my dear. But you are here, you're an artist.
Oh yeah, I forget sometimes.
Yeah. We're talking about the artist.
Yeah.
From your definition as an artist and also a promoter, how you see it from both spectrums of how it plays into what we're talking about now.
It's a tough one for me because I'm on both sides of the fence, and I've had to pull myself away as an artist to cover some of the areas these guys have talked about. So they talked about media and promotion. I knew that was lacking in the industry, not just for myself. So I had to create a platform that promotes and
so you see that hole that you know as an artist, it's not working, so you've had to step out to do that.
I mean, I come from a corporate background and I'm quite enterprising, so when I see a problem, I don't move away from it. I create things to try and eliminate those problems, and it's bigger than just me doing a PR company or anything. I'm thinking about the whole industry. So we've done over maybe 140 artists today. There's things with video production, for instance, there were lack of it, lack of great production. So I had to step into the director's role, the director's chair, and team up with great video people to do great videos for other artists. And again, with the Spotifys and all that sort of stuff, artists didn't know how to even get their music on such platforms a few years ago. So I had to set up another company. So I've set up about 3 companies to try and help different artists. And with that comes great investment. I've had to invest a lot of my own money into making that happen. And I can't see every artist from where you describe as coming from the hood, doing that. You need the background, the experience. You need the infrastructure. You need great investment. It's cost hundreds and thousands of pounds, and I'm not where I want to be. Mainly by choice, because I thought, okay, these things are needed. I could have just been selfish and promoted myself, but it comes with the territory. It's a difficult one.
That's a huge hole.
It is a huge hole.
That is a huge hole, because if you think if one artist has to set up a sideline company, to set up another sideline company, to set up that company, to set up that company, for the artist to be the artist. That's a massive hole.
You can't do that.
Unfortunately, that's what we face in the UK.
That is the unfortunate thing of what we face, but if every artist had to do that, we won't have Afrobeats.
One thing I realized in the UK, I think we're so far away from having that same platform. I'll give you an example. When you go to Nigeria alone, in Lagos, forget Nigeria, in Lagos alone, there's about 80 radio stations. You can't even physically do all the media runs. Now, in the UK, we have a slightly different system. I think with most artists, you only almost get one shot. Now, once you get that one shot, you need to absolutely rinse it. I'm talking about people like Fuse ODG. Fuse came into the scene. Yes, he had a lot of support, and I think with Fuse as well, it was a beginning of something new. That's something that had never been done before. Azonto, it was a whole movement and stuff like that. But you know what he did? he bloody ran with it. He ran with it and ran with it.
And he's still running.
And he's still running with it. And he ran with it and he created his label and they got a label deal and licensing deal and they ran and they did what they did. And I think that unfortunately that's the position most UK artists will be. You're only gonna have chance to have your one shot and then you have to just run with it. And that's just it, you know. I'm very, very excited about what's going on in the UK. I'm also very, scared with what's going on in the UK because I know that even with all this good music and even if someone comes and says, okay, I'm going to invest £100,000 in an artist, I couldn't honestly tell you how you're going to get that money back if he doesn't have a hit. You understand what I'm saying? Because number one, there's not enough shows. There's not enough radio stations to even play your songs to even get royalties. There's no, so the challenges are this.
It's worldwide.
Yeah.
You have to go worldwide.
Absolutely. So
I mean, Fuse is still with every part of the world where there's Africa. He's still the only successful commercial story up to today. You know, you can say Wizkid, cool, but you know that's Drake's one dance. Nobody else has been as successful as Fuse.
Fuse has changed the game. You have to say it like as it is. He's completely changed
He opened
the
those
game.
doors.
Like
He was. I mean,
carrying the flag for so long.
And what you've seen so far now is actually not diversifying. They're doing their dolls because now they realize that they understand the fact that they can't just base on the music. Once you've got that popularity, you need to sell them t-shirts, pure water. You need to sell them Gary. You need to sell them anything that you can to be able to sustain. It's not just about the music anymore. And I think with UK artists, like she said, unfortunately, they probably might have to do more. Someone like Malik in the UK, it might take him having to put up his own tour, even though he's got the body of work, but you know, Smith might not want to pay him like a 10 grand per show. So Malik might have to put up his own show to run and do the cities because he can. And so I think it's a lot of DIY. But then I think there's a growth with what's going on with what Sony is doing, signing up, picking up Wizkid, Davido, Techno, and I'm sure that everybody's now waiting for their deals. I think once that kind of investment start happening, where the bigger labels are coming in and taking all the stress away, I'm not saying it's going to be the end of the problem because you still have to recoup your money back and pay back the label. It comes down to at least somebody that can basically absorb the losses.
See, I told you, juicy. You see, juicy. Everybody here who is here today are here for their own right in what they do. It is fantastic. Artists, DJs, promoters, everything else. I want to know what makes it right for you as an artist. What makes it right for you as an artist in the Afrobeat scene? As a DJ, what makes it the best track for you out there? As promoters, what makes it the best track for you? As a person who's going to go out there and do a music video shoot or anything, what makes it the best track for you? For us, looking back to me, the consumer. I want to know to say, right, I'm going to follow the artist. Yes, I'm going to listen to that track on the DJ set. Yes, I'm going to watch that music video. Yes, I'm going to go to that concert. What is it that you need from the artist, from the DJ, from the consumer to make it right for you at your point? And then I want to go round.
Well, for me, I think it starts with the music. It has to start with the music. Once you get the music right, for me, every other thing comes from there. When you have a good song, then you can think about shooting an amazing music video to go with that song, to now enhance that amazing song you had to make it super extraordinary, and then how that is put out and stuff like that. For me, it always has to start with the song, not even the artist. Sometimes you like a song from an artist you don't even know. There's a guy that I'm feeling now, his name is Ray. He's got this song out. Oh my God. I heard the song the first time and I'm thinking, who is this guy? I've never seen him before, new UK artist. Just heard the song and the song was amazing. Never heard him before and I was like, wow, this guy's really good. And I found out who his manager was and I said, wow.
From moving from the music, how does it work from the music to the DJ set? How does that work for you?
Like I'm a commercial urban DJ, so where I play is like I've got thousands of people, so I need to be careful what I'm playing.
So it's
you know what I'm saying?
Based on demand.
Sure, and that's me personally. But personally, I don't DJ like when I DJ as funks. I support the African music, but you wouldn't book me. I'm not in your world. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm in my own lane somewhere else, supporting the African movement. I do try and throw in like 1 or 2 new records every time I play a set, but obviously I can't play a full set. Like if you've got 2,000 people in front of you and you're playing a full set of unknown Afrobeat tracks, obviously I'm not doing my job. Do you know what I mean? And that my job on that night is to make sure everybody leaves happy and leaves like with high energy. So that's why I do what I do in the way I do what I do. Do you get what I'm saying?
Totally get it.
But I do support the African music.
So then how does the artist give you what you want in terms of that banging tune from beforehand?
Well, that comes with the PR, the marketing, the way you present, your branding, the way you communicate with your audience. There's so many things. So many things.
So, Miss Artist, how does it work then? How can you bring us the banging track? How do you, should I say, bring us the banging track for it to filtrate to all these different areas?
I mean, I don't look at banging tracks because let's just get something
Because a
right.
track is a track to
A track
you.
is a track.
And
first
they're
of
all banging.
And depends where you're trying to, what you're trying to reach. Not every artist has their songs played in the clubs or need it to. Celine Dion's not a club artist, and Dare Alade, he doesn't make music for the club, so it depends what you're trying to do. So me, I'm a dancer, so that banging track is important for me. I want to make people dance, but going back to what you said, it's just the producers, working with the right producers. That's the thing. If you can find a producer like a hit maker, consistent, Malik Berry and all these guys have got consistent hits, then that's where you start from. And what will make it banging, I don't know, it's the beat. It's the beat.
What about the consumer? Does the consumer do enough for you?
The consumer, is a tough one because you've got to know how to.
They're the tastemakers.
They decide.
They decide.
What they wanna listen to.
which
I'm a
songs.
consumer. I'm going to be biased right now, but you guys set the tempo for me.
No, but I do.
In some sense, in terms of, the DJ sets the tempo in terms of what I listen to in my car when I'm driving around, sets the tempo for what I want to buy. The artist sets the tempo in terms of how loud they speak to me on their platforms. And then the promoters also speak loud to me as well in terms of how much they want to push it. So to me, as a consumer, you guys, depending on how loud you speak, I might hear you.
I think a lot of the job spec has moved. Before, there used to be a lot of emphasis about people breaking records, and it used to be in every facet of entertainment. Even a promoter could want to break a record and say, yo, make sure this DJ plays this song every week. DJs, but now a lot of people are shying away from that responsibility because really and truly it's not cool. When you're trying to break a record, it's hard. That's why a lot of people take pride in records when they break it and finally people start getting onto it. You're really proud of it because you broke it. Now, a lot of that job has gone to a lot of radio DJs
and digital
and digital as well. Digital, I guess with PR, and stuff like that. But in terms of with him, he has a job. He's only playing one track away from people going to sit down when he's performing in front of 300 people. So if he loses them on one track, that could be the end of his set. Yes. So again, for a DJ playing to a high octane crowd who wants to just dance and just want, they don't even want to listen to the hit songs, full song. They want half of it, and the next half you need to mix it in with the next hit song. So in that kind of scenario, it would be hard to really break something that they don't want to listen to. So unless
the sound is good,
unless
the production is.
What I will say is that there's a lot of you made a very good point there, because it's back in the day it was DJs on radio. There was only print media, radio, and TV. Those are the main three avenues of distribution and actually marketing your music. So being a DJ, you have a lot more power as a DJ then than you have as a DJ now. So platforms is things like playlists, Spotify playlists, Apple Music playlists, things like that I was mentioning beforehand. Those are now the new A&Rs and the new DJs that actually break the record. It's digital. That's it. And also another thing is, I know you said it's down to the consumer as well, but it's a lot of social media influencers.
Absolutely.
So if somebody has 500,000 followers or whatnot, and they're supporting the record, their followers are gonna like the record, and then they're gonna think it's cool to now support the record, and then it's a domino effect. But it's not that the actual original in the UK, because when we go to Ghana and Nigeria, everybody is a lot more vocal. The Nigerians, they're a lot more vocal digitally. They'll say, Baba, I love you, or I go die for you. You get what I'm saying? But in the UK, we're stush. We just scroll past.
But that's just UK people full stop. That's us, and that's how we've always been. And I don't think that's going to change overnight.
Sure.
That's how we are.
We're exposed to a lot of quality music, not just Afrobeats. We're exposed to pop, R&B, grime. We're exposed to so many. So I guess the standard here is low. So when I'm listening to that Afrobeat track, I'm listening to the next Stormzy news track, listening to the mix, listening to the production. I'm thinking, I'd rather listen to Stormzy than this new artist, that sort of thing.
And that's exactly it. So I do think it's just man, the way we consume music and the way music is distributed to us has completely changed.
I think most importantly,
Do you know what? That is excellent, and I thank you so much for today, everybody, because that's amazing. We can go on and
Absolutely.
on. You see, people, join the discussion. It's such a healthy thing to have, but have your say. This is your music as much as it is ours. And just to close up, I just want to say thanks, guys. And if there's anything you want to say to your people as individually, as artists, DJs, whatever, just show the love.
Yeah.
Thank you.